That's disgusting. Truly disgusting. I leave for 1 week, and look what they do. They bring this in here. Treaters. Hello and welcome to the Clean Hit Podcast, episode 9. Looking at Ahmed to make sure it's episode 9. It is episode 9. Welcome back. We're here with your host, Jay, Fishy, and Bilal, back again.
Back to back.
He's not leaving.
Back to back. I know. I want myself gone too.
He's not leaving.
It's okay.
We're going to go right into it today. So, NHL Draft happening as we go the first round. There's still 3 picks left to be made. Vegas at 29, Dallas at 30, and San Jose at 31. Let's just go right into the top 3 right now. So, New York Rangers, no surprise. Alexis Lafreniere is a New York Ranger.
Man,
What are you guys' thoughts?
the rebuild just
opinions?
jumped. The rebuild just jumped like 3 years.
Did they not send out a letter? What was it? Last year, or the year before?
Glenn Sather and then the guys. Yeah, 2018 they sent.
And they said, we apologize to our fans. We're doing a rebuild. Just be patient. And then just like that,
Boom.
like that, they
Kako,
went.
Panarin, Hugh, Lafreniere, and then they even signed Trouba and Igor and Shesterkin. Like they're
And they have like goalies. Their goalies. They have like a goalie problem because of how much good goalies they have.
Adam Fox. Yeah, they let go of. They bought out
Lundqvist, which is a big story because he was such a big part of that franchise for so long.
Definitely.
And
no surprise for the first pick.
yeah.
Just very easy, I feel like that's a no-brainer, and he's gonna bring. Like, I'll be honest though, because it's kind of like mixed.
Reviews?
Not mixed review. Well, I guess mixed reviews. People are saying he's gonna be, the next franchise guy, and then some people would say he's gonna be, a 70-point player kind of thing, or a 70 to 80-point player. Which either way, you're not losing.
You're not losing. Yeah.
So. Good for them. And then how did they finish this year? Did they never finished like worst in the league? They made the play-ins.
Yeah.
They were actually like pretty even like without if it wasn't for COVID stoppage, and they were the best second half team like after the All-Star game. If they didn't like stop, they were projected to like make the playoffs anyway.
Well, I said they made play-ins. They missed play-ins.
They
got swept by Carolina though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait. Yeah.
Wow, it's been so long.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been so
long.
a
minute. And then LA drafting Quinton Byfield. I think Byfield and Stützle were the only two that were you kind of like could debate.
I think Quinton Byfield is a good pick for LA. They have they like really like big centers that can like they're gritty in two-way, and he's that guy, and he can come in right away and make an immediate presence. You don't have to put him in the minus for a year or two. Yeah, like other picks, but he's gonna come in and make a immediate impact.
How quick do you think? How quick do you think LA will kind of like turn it around from being like?
I think pretty quick because their farm system is the best in the league.
I don't know, man. I think they have one more year sucking.
Yeah,
I think
they're really bad.
They'll get rid of Quick.
Because who do they have like goalie wise like coming up?
Honestly, I have no clue.
No clue.
Yeah,
because like that's what I think. Like right when I think of the Kings, usually you think of their top guys, which are getting older. You think of Doughty, which you guys think is overrated, and then you think of Quick, right? But he hasn't been himself for the past 2-3 years.
I think it's the load of him like that he had to carry. Even like on the cup runs that they took on, they had an insane like team, but he did a lot. Like he won them a lot of games. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the best goalie in the league the years that he was winning the cup. Like
I don't know. When I watch LA, I just kind of.
It is what it is because like you were so used to like I still remember when like LA was in their prime and they'd come to Edmonton and like you'd come and you'd watch their game and you're just waiting for them to like just completely demolish the Oilers and they would, and like now like 2 years like it's weird if the Oilers don't beat them, right? It's kind of like
it's weird if any team doesn't beat them right now. Yeah,
weird.
I don't know. It's just like
the
team in receding.
Quinton Byfield definitely highest African American person to be like highest to be
drafted African
in
American
NHL second. I think Seth Jones is what pick was Seth Jones?
3, I believe. If I'm,
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
You can double check that. But
I'll double check.
Quinton Byfield definitely. Really, really going to be a really good player in the NHL.
Yeah, and then number 3, Ottawa Senators stole that pick from San Jose Sharks.
That was
Tim Stützle.
Man,
I'm gonna have a field day with this guy's name.
Oh, 4th overall, by the way. Sorry,
Fourth
overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Tim Stützle.
What are you saying? Like
he's German. Tim Stützle.
They call him the German Kane, the German Patrick Kane.
I'm not gonna.
He's really good. That pick was in the Erik Karlsson trade, so. They got there you go. Senators fans, you guys got Stutzel over for trading Erik Karlsson. So
You know what pisses me off about the Senators getting all these picks is that they make Pierre Dorian look kind of smart.
he is, but he is.
I don't know if
Why is he
How?
not?
I don't know, man.
Like he's smarter than the owner. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, but
that doesn't take much.
Yeah, straight up.
That literally
Okay,
doesn't.
but why is he not smart? He got a lot for what? Like,
I don't
okay, he
know.
shipped out Matt Duchene.
I don't know.
Okay.
He shipped out Kyle Turris.
I don't know.
He shipped out what's his name, Mark Stone, and he shipped out Erik Karlsson, and he got the maximum amount that he can get for them.
Really?
I don't
Okay.
think he
Aside from pick 3 and 5, name 2 more.
Yeah.
He got pick for Stone, and Kyle Turris. He sent Duchene with the 3-way trade to Columbus, I believe it was at the time.
But why
And he got
why
it
did
in-
he sign Duchene? That's what I'm asking.
He didn't sign Duchene.
Yeah.
They acquired him
You acquired him, yeah. I'm
And
saying,
then-
I see, yeah.
and then
But
they
wh-
traded
why
him.
did they trade for him though?
for it was a playoff push, wasn't it?
No.
No, because
Okay,
they
but
got
it
him.
was a 1-year deal. It was a 1 year though. Like there was no risk.
But like
on
they were
taking it.
bad at the time when they like. Why would you go for him?
They got him.
You
and
can't base it off of that. You can use him as a trade asset though.
They got him
which
and
they did.
Dzingel,
Yeah.
and they traded him for nothing. They
Yeah.
didn't get anything in return when they traded him to Columbus. They didn't get anything. This guy, listen.
What was the trade? Pull up the trade.
It was like literally like it was like a thank you card from Michaels.
All I
Thank
know
you.
is that there was a 3-way trade between. I think Kyle Turris got shipped to when he got shipped to Nashville. I think it was a sign and trade. And
The Kyle tourist that was
actually
smart
no,
in him,
sorry,
not
I'm
gonna
thinking
lie.
of Duchene when he got shipped out from
the Avs because
the Avs. The Avs got a boatload for
They
Duchene.
got McCarr from that pick. Didn't
No,
got a
see,
boatload.
but that the Avalanche benefited the most from
Of
that,
course, yeah, 100%.
because they got
McCarr.
McCarr was
they
it
got
McCarr?
McCarr, but they also got who's that French defenseman they got from Nashville.
Zadorov?
No,
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 not
no,
French.
no,
He's
no.
not French.
He's as Russian as they come, bro. That guy is a straight up bear. I'm forgetting his name. It's
Donskoy.
No, is it
No,
Donskoy?
that's a
What is that? What kind of name is that, Bilal?
Donskoy?
Tell me.
Donskoy.
like Finnish.
That's not French. Or no, it is French.
Is it? I'm thinking like Eastern European, but I could be wrong.
Donskoy. I don't know. Either way,
We're not googling all this.
there's a lot to Google. I'm not
All I'm
even
saying
done
is-
googling the Matt Duchene trade. I'm bad at that.
All I'm saying is Ottawa lost the Matt Duchene trade.
But there was nothing for them really. Like even if they
Yes,
did
they
lose
could
it,
have, bro. They could have.
okay, what did they give up for him then?
I didn't like the Cale McCarr.
What?
They gave her the pick that was Cale McCarr. Am I wrong? I might be wrong.
They gave up. Look at the guys. Think about this, okay? Look who we traded. Look who we traded. Mark Stone.
Yeah. Matt Duchene, Carl Turris, and Erik Karlsson.
Okay,
and Matt Hoffman. Okay,
And
here's
Matt
this.
Hoffman.
Matt Hoffman. He bumbled that one too because he sent him to San Jose and they flipped him immediately.
Hoffman was a different reason though. They needed him out
Who
of there.
cares?
ASAP.
That
It was
still-
it was a
he
locker
still
room
has value.
cancer according to the reports there. That didn't like he
And-
got
No,
devalued
his
a lot.
his
No,
girlfriend was a walk room cancer.
but the
Okay,
thing
yeah,
is,
but
he's
you have to admit that his value went down after those reports
Yeah,
came
big time.
out.
Yeah.
So
sure,
like,
but like the thing is, he's still a valuable player, and he always shows. And you know what's funny?
but Hoffman is better. Showed like he accelerated after he got traded. Like he wasn't that good when he got
No, he
traded.
was pretty good, man.
Yeah, but not as good as he was in Florida. Bro.
Hoffman was a
good.
monster.
Like he got better is what I'm trying to tell you.
Like, okay, you know what play I think of when I think of Matt Hoffman or Mike Hoffman? Remember that pass? It was about 3 years ago
From Carlson.
from Carlson.
yeah.
That beautiful pass,
Yeah.
that beautiful sauce right over
Yeah.
center, right on Hoffman's stick.
Yeah.
That's the first play. But the thing is, like, he's so crucial. He's such a big power play guy. They gave up Mark Stone, the best defensive player in the league. I think he got
I
robbed
agree,
of the
I agree,
Selke.
I agree.
They gave up Carlson, and I think, like, granted, they got the third pick from it.
Carlson, they got
But like I feel like that was almost luck. That's just kind of what I think. I don't think it was kind of like projected that San Jose would have this big of a falling off this year.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I agree with you because
You think?
they got
No,
Evander
no,
Kane.
I thought they were gonna still beat San Jose.
Because they have they signed Evander Kane, who is really good for his contract. Timo Meyer, Tomas Hertl, sorry.
Tomas.
Erik Karlsson, Brett Burns, Mark-Edward Vlasic, Martin Jones. They have a crew.
You're doing the fishy thing.
Oh, Logan Couture, sorry.
No, you're doing the fishy
Yeah.
thing where you just name all the players on the team.
There you go.
Bro, this is the same guy who said Durian is like a smart guy.
Who?
Bro, okay, all I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, but
this is
you
what.
can't say he did anything wrong from what
He literally
So
got
what he has right now,
gifted.
you guys are gonna be mad with what
No,
he has
I'm saying
right now.
I'm pissed off that he
With
looks
Brady
good.
Tkachuk and the contract they gave Thomas Chabot 8x8, he's stupid for that.
No,
All I'm saying to you is
no.
that he-
But you were gifted this guy.
Yeah.
Getting a guy like Chabot's a no-brainer. The guy plays like 59 minutes a game, and he's solid through and throughout. So like, give him whatever you want.
Okay, so then why does everyone praise the Tampa Bay Lightning GM?
Because he's good at what he does.
He got there with that team. He only acquired
but then you were saying this last episode, he got exactly what they needed.
Yeah, exactly.
He got
which was 3 players.
Yeah, but
that's where they needed
when they
that
lost.
line.
When they
Okay, but
lost,
what
they're
I'm
like,
saying-
we're lacking depth, we're lacking strength, and this is what we did.
Yeah, but you're
Then-
discrediting what's his name? I don't even know his name. The guy in Ottawa, Dorian.
Pierre Dorian.
Yeah, you're discrediting him because you're saying, "Oh, it's luck. It's a no-brainer, like to get Chabot." Obviously, it is. But to like jump on the gun and say, "Okay, I'm gonna give you 8x8 now before you like accelerate and are worth 10.5 or whatever. I'm gonna give you that now." You draft Brady Kachuk.
I don't think it's hard to give it a bridge deal.
Yeah, but that's not a bridge.
I would say
8x8 is
8
not.
by 8.
8x8 is not a bridge.
Right, it's not.
It's not a bridge.
Can I just say right now though? Let me say the trade, okay? The Senators sent Andrew Hammond, their first round pick.
Is that the goalie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Hamburglar. Yeah.
Yeah.
He played good for 13 games, and apparently he was a savior.
Yeah.
So Hammond, their first round pick in 2018,
Okay.
third rounder in 2019, and Shane Bowers
Okay.
in 2017.
So the first and the third.
to Colorado.
So
and
far,
then
first and
Nashville
a third.
sent the Avalanche a second. Samuel Girard was the French guy.
That's the guy.
And so 2 seconds and a forward named Vladislav Kamenev and a second round choice, or who was a second round choice in 2014,
Okay.
whatever. But so that was Colorado's haul. And what did the Senators get?
Yeah. Okay. Mind you, value decreased a lot from that time.
Bro, Duchesne was
We're
literally
talking
dead
about
in the water.
Duchesne, but Duchesne again at this point, Matt Duchesne is one of the fastest players in the league.
I'm gonna mention that after. Go ahead.
Go.
All I'm
for it.
saying to you
Have
is that
him
Duchesne
second
at the time,
NHL for-
Duchesne at the time was disgruntled. Everybody knew he wanted to get off that team,
Yeah.
right?
He
So,
got
like,
traded while he was playing. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
he was at that time like a hot commodity.
everybody
Getting him like in a place that he was gonna flourish was a big deal. But anyways,
So yeah, I'm just saying like Colorado won that trade,
Okay, I'm not.
and
I'm
Pierre
not-
Dorian got rinsed.
Okay, that was one trade. Though. But
Actually,
you gotta
he
remember,
didn't get rinsed because he
Yo,
got rid of
no,
Kyle
no.
Turris.
he got rid of that. But like at the time, any GM was willing to do that, and he jumped on it. Like who? Okay, what year was that?
That was in 2017.
What did he get from Mark Stone?
17.
Eric Carlson was still on the team, wasn't he?
Yeah,
And
but he was on his way out though.
They were trying to make the
But
cut.
he-
He got traded in 2019. Didn't he get traded in 2019? Early 2019.
Yeah,
Okay,
but he was on his way because he knew that they weren't going to sign him. They weren't going to sign. Remember he said like
But it was
he's
2
like I would like to stay here, but
that's
I know I'm
2
not
years
going
prior.
to.
That's 2 years prior.
Yeah, because
2 years prior.
I'm not
you guys-
blaming it all on Pierre Dorian. I'm just saying Eugene Melnick's an idiot. But anyways, Tim Stutzel. I'm looking forward to all the calls.
you stayed on that.
Yeah,
Wow, good for you.
Tim
Wow.
Stutzel, and then
Okay, bro, chill.
Detroit Red Wings with Lucas Raymond.
Yeah, he was Elliot Friedman tweeted curveball. Like Stevie Eisenman, like, I'll never question a move he makes.
Yeah, straight up. Watch this guy's gonna be the next
Doesn't,
Stamkos.
Like you don't question what he makes.
What does
so-
this guy play? I don't.
I don't know much. I'll be honest. I don't know much about the entire draft aside from the top
That's a
three
very
guys.
deep. It's a very deep draft.
And but that's all I'd hear.
Like
you know,
Ottawa cashed out, having 2 picks in the top 5 for them in this deep of a draft. Like they got a forward and a defenseman that they needed, and they're just like they're pretty much like pretty much a goalie away because Craig Anderson they're not re-signing, so they're a goalie and a couple forwards away and some development from just being back in it.
Actually, you know
Ottawa
what?
has a
I
bright
want to
future.
I want to answer my own question because I said who did they get from Mark Stone? They got that Batherson from.
Who's apparently supposed to be very
He's
good.
supposed to be incredible. So
Yeah.
like, but still, I think giving up Stone was like
So Mark Stone
really
didn't.
premature.
I'll tell you that. Like he's obviously like he didn't make a smart decision not re-signing Mark Stone because what's his contract 8 or 9?
8 by
It's
8.
not 8
8.
by. So like that's disgustingly cheap for Mark Stone, right?
Yeah.
Mark Stone, like Bilal said, is the best second two-way player in the league. So for like that was a very bad decision on him trading him. But I feel like for what he's done, you can knock him on some things, but overall, what he's done to that, you gotta remember, the owner is a laughing stock.
Yeah,
you
no,
know what I'm saying?
But like that's what I'm trying to like try to draw the line between. Is it like how much of it is his fault and how much of it is the owner's fault on like which guys to keep? Because like there was this one picture, I'm not too sure if you guys saw it. It was like they showed the entire roster for
Ottawa,
and they showed where they are currently. And that 2017 team, I believe, there's not a single player that's currently on the roster.
Yeah.
Did you
yeah.
guys? Did you
I
see
saw
it?
that. Yeah, I saw that.
It's
probably
rid-
beside like even Craig Anderson.
No, it's ridiculous. Like either they're free agents, retired, or they're on completely different teams. Like from 3 years ago, not a single player is on that team. Yeah. Like, and again, where do you draw the line? Where is it from the owner? Where is it from the GM? So
I think the owner has obviously like the GM. Like I think Eugene Melnick has a thing where like it got to the point where like this guy was like people were saying sell the team, and like you're even talking about like moving the team.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that, like you have to get to a certain level of.
Didn't he say like? Oh, I'm all ears for buyers. Or
yeah,
something like that.
You don't say that stuff. Like
even at the 100-year anniversary game,
that,
he was
like he made the Mark what's his name? The guy with the teeth.
The guy with the teeth.
No, he knocked out his whole front teeth were.
Mark Mathot. Oh no, Mark Borjevsky.
Yeah, weren't we supposed to trade Hall for him or something?
Probably.
No, it was Cody Ceci.
Cody Ceci even
so,
worse.
anyways,
Even worse, man.
He got him to speak on behalf.
Listen, if he did that, if he did Hall for CC, he's the best GM on the face of planet Earth.
I think everyone.
But then again, though, Shirelli, though, if it's a Shirelli trade, it
doesn't matter.
But it looked like the Jersey GM look like the Jersey GM look like a
Rashiro. Genius.
Looked like a genius.
That guy, like I feel like whenever he was bored,
and then he went and got Subban. Like what?
Yeah, I feel like whenever he was bored, he used to text up Shirelli, be like, "Hey man, let's go."
Anyways,
let's not get into Shirley talk again for like the 5th week in a row.
Oh, gee.
And then we'll go Ottawa Senators again.
He traded for the guy that hurt Connor McDavid in his rookie year. Take that in. He traded, like you guys are talking about. Oh, I'm scared that Hall comes back and plays with Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid played with the guy that ruined his rookie year. That's who he played with, and you guys are worried about. Oh, Hall's a cancer. Connor McDavid is 23 years old who just got COVID-19. I'm sure he can deal on his own. So don't come with this. I hate when people say, "Oh, Taylor Hall, this is that." No, Connor McDavid is a man of his own. Peter Chiarelli obviously didn't trade him for lack of talent. He traded him for I don't know what he traded him for, locker room cancer, whatever his excuse was. Goes on the podium with his mustache. Yeah, this morning we traded Taylor Hall for Adam Larson. Yeah, it's 1 for 1. It's 1 for 1.
I love
like
how you,
what?
I love how you just like sandwiched in the COVID,
COVID
thing. Connor McDavid, by the way, COVID-19. Hope you feel
like
better.
come on, like don't come at me with this stuff where like he's like, oh yeah, Taylor Hall. Like he played with the guy who injured him.
This
like
is a topic. We should do a whole podcast on this because it feels like it just keeps getting brought up again.
Hey, Drake trades Drake Caggiula for him, not like some minor or some pick. Drake Caggiula
is playing on the second line on that team.
Who is the Oilers coach at the time?
Boyle.
Which one?
God knows.
Was it McClellan?
McClellan.
Yeah.
I heard when he there's a story that came out that after he got fired, he went and he reamed out Chiarelli. Like yeah. he's like okay, I underachieved. He's like, but how on earth do I achieve with this team? Like you literally gave me nothing. Nothing. Like you would pull players from under them and then you would like substitute them in, you know, like you have those trade assets in Eberle, and then you give the guy Ryan Spooner.
The wrong
you know, like consistently, but
oh my god,
he's
Brandon Manning.
Brandon Manning, and then who they just dumped right into Bakersfield or into
he's down there. Bakersfield. Condors.
Yeah.
He's not even in there anymore. He got buried into their affiliate.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's playing the East Coast
he's
now.
He's probably playing ball hockey Edmonton. Straight up bomb. Speaking of ball hockey Edmonton, a couple years ago I played against Matt Fistrick.
Oh, okay.
Matt Fistrick. That guy is a straight up ogre.
Is he?
Yeah, and straight up ogre. But he used to just like walk around with like his Oilers bags.
Oh, just to get like
yeah. but he used to get like 9 goals a game.
Yeah,
Tool bag.
Well, I mean, like you were going to play against ball hockey guys.
Bag, yeah.
A bunch of guys on the north side, or smoking cigarettes on the parking lot before they get in there.
That's a Gatorade.
Everybody I know played with Alex Petrovic. Like
he would show up, but he would play Div 1 when we played. When we played Fistrick, we were in Div 7 or something. Like the guy was just pumping these like you know these intramurals level goals. But like ridiculous. Like how fast he could get a shot off is nuts. But like that's in comparison to me. Like I could hardly like tie up skates. Like so this guy obviously looked like a world class NHLer. But
we versed one time like in our division. Could be off the rails again. We always do this. There's a guy that was playing in the WHL. Like he faced us while he was in the WHL. Like
I'm surprised they let him play.
But what div did you play?
We were like Div 2 at the time.
Okay.
Which, like,
well, you deserve that.
But like Div 2 in our league is not Div 2. Like it's not what you think it is.
It's not like real Div 2.
Yeah. It's like Div 2 on training wheels.
It's like you guys won like 4 games in a row.
Yeah,
they're like go up.
That's literally what it was.
Yeah.
And it was bad. I was like, what are you doing here, man? Like you can't, you know. Make sure you guys like this episode and subscribe. Turn on notifications. Hit that little bell icon. You'll be doing us a big favor.
Ahmed, you're putting it right here, right?
Like right there.
Yeah, somewhere right
Here,
here.
somewhere around here. In this general direction. Subscribe. Like it too. Anyways, all the good stuff.
Comment stuff that you hate about me. Comment stuff you hate about Fishy. Don't say anything about Jalal. Just tell him to wear a Leafs jersey.
That's it.
I brought one for him. It's nice.
Can we just talk about it real quick?
Go for it?
Welcome back to the Clean Hit Podcast, not Leafs Nation. I want to say like 45 minutes out of the 60-minute episode last week was on the Leafs.
Hey,
Yeah.
do you agree that that Mitch Marner is overrated?
No, I don't. He's the best player on the team.
He's better than Austin Matthews?
He's better than Austin Matthews, yeah.
Okay, wait, hold up.
I can't do this, bro.
Okay, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Was I the Leafs fan you thought I was, though?
No. I respect you for that. Like, you weren't like
No, I'm not one of
blind
those guys.
rage, like, no matter what happens.
I'm not one of those guys like a New York Knicks fan who
Hey, what?
Why do you cheer for that team?
Because every single player that's available, he's coming to the Knicks. I don't think that about Toronto.
I don't say that about the Knicks.
I'm not gonna lie
The
to you.
Knicks do.
Yeah, okay, but
The
I don't.
Knicks do.
Yeah, and the Leafs what? Someone gets born. A possible Connor McDavid gets born. Oh, we're getting him.
'Cause he's from Toronto.
He's 9 months old. We're getting him. We're drafting him. Like, get out of here, bro.
Because little son of a bitch is wearing the
Look at
Leafs
this guy.
pajamas,
Look at
bro.
this guy. John Tavares said, "Hey, you're wearing Leafs pajamas. We're giving you $11 million, buddy, for 7 years."
Cause bro, the guy is
guy thinks
suited
Morgan
up in Leafs gear already. He's
guy
like, I love Mitch Marner. Like they love him. They drink Kool-Aid. They drink
Listen.
out of the bottle. They drink Kool-Aid out of the bottle.
You think Morgan Riley is a Vezina Trophy winner, or sorry,
Vezina Trophy,
what's his
genius. Norris Trophy.
Norris Trophy winner? You think
Yeah.
Joe Yossi? Ethan Bear is better than Morgan
No,
Riley.
he's not,
Yeah, he
bro.
is.
You're tripping. You're tripping. Okay, wait.
Ethan Bear's not better than Morgan Riley. I'll tell you.
Not even close.
Yeah, he is. He
Speaking
will
of
be.
Morgan
He
Riley,
will be.
going back to the draft.
Yeah, speaking of breaking ankles, go ahead.
Did you see it? Did you see the way he looked?
No.
The guy looked like a teddy bear, but like a really
Like a toddler?
pedophile like.
Like a toddler?
No, it looked really. I don't know, man. If you could pull up like a little like clip of like the way or like a little picture of the way the guy looked during the draft, hilarious. But either way, he'll get a Norris before. Well, he'll get a Norris like nomination. I don't think he'll win Norris. He'll get a Norris nomination before any single defenseman on the Oilers, any single player that's going to wear Oilers jersey.
Too bad he's the only defenseman.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
That is true.
That is true.
Double
Anyways,
down.
I'm not going back to the Leaf talk right now.
Either way.
We're-
Get
I'm
Jay. Wait, hold up. It's about the comments. Listen, if you miss Auzzie,
no
Don't
one
worry.
does.
Deal
No,
with it.
that's
Deal
true.
with it.
You know this about Auzzie?
He'll come back. He'll be
all
back
Auzzie does-
next week.
All Auzzie does, no, he won't. All he does in the podcast is, really? You think
Really?
so?
You think so?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Really?
know.
Damn, that's
No
good.
way.
Come on, really? You think so? I don't know.
No Aussie slander. No Aussie slander. I was about to
That's
defend the
fine.
guy. Anyways, I just want you guys to mention how bad you want to see Jalal in the Leafs jersey.
That's not gonna
We'll
happen.
make it happen.
Nope.
Promise. We'll even embroider
Comment. Make sure you comment.
we'll embroider like even a nickname on the back of it.
50 likes?
50 likes. No,
Yeah.
it's my jersey.
And
Right?
comment.
50 likes. Let's do it.
Comment.
It's his now.
Comment.
I don't
you
want
need- Comment. I want Jadad to wear a Leaf jersey. Do it. And trust
And you
me.
guys get to pick the number. Whatever number you guys have as likes. Right?
What?
Can we still count
We can
likes?
do that, yeah,
We
yeah.
can still count likes.
Yeah,
That'll be
yeah.
the number on this jersey.
Yeah.
Okay, so like what? 3?
No. We'll have like,
You know the number.
50 some. We'll have a really nasty number.
Yeah.
Anyways.
69.
What's up?
Let's talk about some trades. Some trade talk here. Big trade today. Max Domi and a third go to Columbus for Josh Anderson.
Weird trade, man. Okay, at first I was like Domi for Anderson. I didn't see the third, right? So I saw Elliot Friedman tweeted it, and I was like, okay, sure, like 1-for-1. And then still I was like, Max Domi, like they're both RFAs, so like they're both, you know what I'm saying, like, or they're both UFAs.
I don't know.
Okay, so anyways, they're both free agents, and they both get traded for each other. I was like, okay, like the ceiling is high for both, but a third on top, like Max Domi is gonna fit insanely on that team.
I think
So I think Montreal thinks extremely highly of Anderson, and I know there's reports of like several teams like wanting him, but obviously Columbus didn't want to give him a long-term deal, and that's what he wanted, and he just got traded. So I still think Columbus won that trade, like especially with the pick and Domi. Domi has an extremely high ceiling. He'll fit in there well and towards his system, but I think Columbus won that trade overall.
My thing is that like Anderson, like they were saying they're going to trade Nude for him. Like that was like that was going to be a thing where like they're always looking at trading Nude for Anderson.
That'd be
Really?
weird.
I heard that this is like in January.
There was there's really high praise for Anderson.
Hey,
which if you watch that Leaf series, like he is a standout player. He's a standout player. Like he's I think he like for a team like Montreal, I think that works. I think it works both ways. Like I know Domi, like he started off really really strong with the Habs, but then he just kind of went down. I think a coach like Torts would do him really well, what you were saying. So like I don't know. I think it's a win-win. The addition of a third, I don't know. Depends on
Montreal's a ton of picks.
Montreal's they're
like late round picks. That just depends on like how good like your squad is like how good you guys are at scouting and stuff like that. So like those usually pay off like in the long run. You don't see those
really matter. Yeah.
You don't see them like now. So I don't know. For the time being, I don't know.
I'd give the edge to Columbus.
It's like 60-40 Columbus, but it's yet to be seen. Like saying Anderson would be a better player.
So the thing,
completely realistic.
Like there's a lot of players, like I mentioned in other podcasts. Like Anderson does a lot. Like I said, doesn't show up on the stat sheet. But I think in Montreal it will. Like now you have Anderson, Kotkaniemi, and Suzuki as like your core. That's one hell of a core to have, right? Especially with your defenseman there. Like Montreal, like they just need a big fish free agent. They did buy out Carl Auzner.
Yeah, I think that's a move that they had to do. Like Auzner was just kind of eating up cap there, 4.75, I think it was.
It was around.
And
I think Matt Niskanen. You guys saw Matt Niskanen retire too.
Yeah, he retired today too.
How old was he?
33.
33.
Not that
so
old.
that's really young for a defenseman, and he was making good money. But I think his agent said it was like also like not only COVID related, but COVID had like something to do with it. But I think I don't know. He won a cup with Washington. Like he did what he had to do, right?
He won a cup. He made his money. I think 33. He just.
Do you think that kind of like with you're saying COVID related things, like do you think that kind of plays into account, like these players not wanting to go ahead and kind of deal with this next year, or if however long this kind of lasts, like with these staggered starts and and they're talking about these separate divisions bubbles and things like stuff, that, like in bubbles. Do you think that some players are just kind of not calling it quits, but just like hanging up the skates and being like
I think we're going to see a lot of it.
It's a factor. It's definitely a factor. Like even like players that are currently playing and not like retiring, the retirement's not in their head. Like a lot of players didn't like the bubble, but they're hockey players. They want to win the cup. The drive is there. But like even with like the start date, like they came out today, they're aiming for January 1st. Earlier in the year it was December, in the beginning of December, but they changed it to January 1st. And at the end of the day, like Edmonton's not going to be the only bubble now. Toronto's not going to be the only bubble, right? So they're going to have to figure out something. There was like, look at the NFL. NFL's traveling. There's no like honestly, like you get tested when you leave, you get tested when you're there. But other than that, like NHL's gonna have to figure out either you have a lot more bubbles in Edmonton and Toronto, and you figure out a way where like you literally fly private there and back, or you just
I think it's impossible.
Or you run it normally,
No, but you have to think about the safety of the players, right? Because like when you look at leagues like the NHL and the NBA, when they had those just designated like bubble spots, how many positive cases were in the NBA?
None.
0. And then when you look at the NHL, I think right at the start there was
before they entered the bubble.
Before they entered the bubble,
there's a few,
but like during there was 0.
None.
Right? But then now when you're looking at the NFL, you already had a game postponed,
2 games postponed,
2 games postponed. You already had players sidelined, and like it's like the show must go on.
A lot of players opt out, and the thing with NFL though is like, I think the traveling won't work in NHL because it's 82 games. NFL, you're traveling once a week. Only for half of the season. There's 16 games, right? So you're only traveling for half of the season. And then NHL, imagine like you have 41 home games, 42 away games, right? Or 41. So like, how are you gonna travel? Like what? Like you're not gonna take that risk. So I think they're gonna have to make a bubble, but that bubble is like maybe each city has a bubble, maybe half the league has a bubble, and like they do that,
or they do like a Western Conference bubble, Eastern Conference.
But see, I don't like that
by division.
I don't like
that. They're doing by division.
I don't like that though. Like for example, like there's people that like maybe like if Vegas just has everyone's number, or the Edmonton, like you know what I'm saying. Like
I agree, because that's my complaint with the current playoff system, right? Like the fact that you always are gonna have like the same 2 teams match up against each other, right? Like sure, you're gonna see these rivalries, which is good, right? Because then you get the Edmonton Calgarys, you get
Washington, Pittsburgh, you get all that stuff.
You get those things, which is obviously good, but I feel like when they kind of come at random, or they kind of come, because they actually are the two best teams. Like, you guys remember that one year, Washington-Pittsburgh? Well, it was always Washington-Pittsburgh, but that one year it was like Crosby got a hat trick,
And Ovi
got a hat trick.
Yeah.
But like that happened in a year where it was, I believe it was 1-8. It was
1-8 seeding.
That might,
It was
that might have
1-8
been the
seeding?
last year that happened.
right? And then that was like the last game, like, and it's still like in my head, right? But that's obviously not why, but like that was the conference finals.
Yeah.
Versus that would be your first round, right? Which
Really,
I don't like.
Yeah, I don't like the current system either.
Like the bubble, like if they were to do the bubble in divisions, that's what it would remind me of, right? Like, I'm not even complaining Toronto, Boston, because like we go to Game 7 every year, so it's not a complete wash. But
And you lose. Don't forget to mention that.
yeah. But I don't know. I just think I think that's like they were talking about like a Canadian division.
Yeah.
Which again, that would be fun, but I just feel like it would just kind of get boring.
At the end, yeah.
But I think 82 games is a little much, to be honest. I think it should be shaved down. But
We'll see how it goes.
I think they'll do like 36.
We'll see come
magic number.
come that time.
I think Gary Bettman will get it done.
Yeah, he got it done this time, man. Give him props.
Exactly. And then now we're gonna go into some trade bait. So the biggest name on the board that I saw personally was Patrick Laine, and they're saying that Philadelphia is a likely landing spot for the Jets. Well, I would say one of the top forwards for sure.
Do you think he's the biggest name
on this trade bait one? I think it's the most likely. Like, I would believe it for a trade.
See, I think Laine is a very like unique player in a way where like he doesn't really like he's just there, like he's there, he's pure skill, like he just shoots, his shot's insane.
Yeah.
Doesn't really skate fast, doesn't really back check, doesn't really do any of that.
I just always feel
Just give
like
him the puck and let him shoot.
he really did improve defensively,
did, definitely.
though.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Sorry to cut you
ahead.
off. He's 22.
Yeah.
Right.
he's
So
young.
like making a move for him, you can make a huge move for him. And
But what are they like? Depends what the Jets are asking for, right? So
yeah, that's
it's gonna be a
true.
huge ask. Like, if he goes to Philadelphia, it's gonna be
But he has
big
how
defense
many
for
more
sure.
years on his
he signed a bridge.
He
how
signed
many
a bridge.
more
He
years
has
on his
2
bridge?
years.
He signed it last year, and it was a 3-year bridge. No,
So he has 2 years left.
He has 2 years
Yeah.
left, and then he has 2 years left, I believe, at like six something. But then you're gonna have to imagine. So he makes 6.75.
which is really reasonable. for him.
Scheifele makes 6. When Scheifele's contract, I believe, ends soon as well. Wheeler just re-signed, and you give Hellebuck money.
Yeah,
Like,
Winnipeg's just
obviously,
weird.
Winnipeg's trading him. They're gonna get a haul of defensemen. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
need defensemen, right?
I just feel like they don't.
like to be last point here. Like last week, you mentioned Carolina. Like Carolina literally has every defenseman you want.
Yeah, that's true.
They have just like. They
But
have
again,
so
they don't
many-
need Laine. They don't need Laine. They simply
Who,
don't.
Carolina?
Need Carolina doesn't really know.
Here's the thing: every team needs Lande.
Yeah, but like you have
Yeah, I
Svetch,
mean-
you have Oho.
But you have to
those
think
guys.
about teams. You have to think about teams who are struggle with with the aspect of
goal scoring.
with goal scoring, but not even that. It's like their power play. Like he is a 5-on-5 scorer, but
Yeah.
like when you're looking at your power play needs a jump. Not even that, because every team wants a line. Every team needs a
course,
line,
yeah.
right? But you just have to look at teams that might need that push. I personally think a team like New York still has some
The Rangers.
both. I think the Rangers and the Islanders. I don't know
Islanders,
how
yeah.
bad the Islanders are cap wise, but I know that they, especially with their playoff run, the way that Trotz was able to make their defensemen look,
Yeah.
you can use them as
And their
bait.
forwards. Every forward.
Every
plays
forward, but I'm saying like it's going to be tough because you still have to pay Barzell, you still have to pay guys like Bavilier and things like that. But I think getting a guy like Laine can replace that. So I don't know. I think he is on the market, but to me, it wouldn't surprise me him going out east. I know Montreal said they were.
Yeah. He's for sure gonna get traded.
Yeah.
Montreal was saying that it's a possibility, and that would be a huge move for them.
For sure, yeah.
Huge move
And they
because
have-
they're a team that directly needs that power play jump.
Yeah,
But
and they have a lot of cap too, so Montreal could easily take on Patrick Laine and then probably sign him too.
I hope not, though. Selfishly,
you hope not.
Selfishly, I hope
Open
not.
this up for a
You know, if I get him out of the West, why not get Laine out of the West? Looking now at Steven Stamkos, Bob McKenzie lit the world on fire by tweeting that Steven Stamkos is on the touchable list. He could possibly find his way out of Tampa Bay. What do you guys think? I don't.
Fishy, this is for you. He's staying blue and white. He's going to the Leafs, baby.
Oh.
I don't think he goes to the Leafs.
No, he's not going to the Leafs.
He's not going to leave.
I'm just messing with
Can
you.
you imagine?
We
I-
already got Tavares.
There's
It's
rumors
funny
for him
though,
going at the Vegas, buddy.
Like you said,
What?
that's crazy. Like you said,
What?
that's crazy. Like you said though, I'm not knocking you. Every single hockey analyst today, oh well, Torrey Krug probably going to the Leafs. Pietrangelo going to the Leafs. OEL, where's he gonna go? Probably the Leafs.
I don't want him. Keep him in
The
Edmonton.
whole world
Bring
apparently is
Edmonton.
going to the Leafs. You know what I mean? Like I get that Dubas is active, but I think every single GM is active right now.
Yeah.
But there's no way Stamkos going to the Leafs.
Realistically, where do you guys think Stamkos could end up and then should end up?
Moriel.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh,
Think
I
about it.
can
They
see
need a
Montreal.
center, man. Montreal hasn't had a center in a long time. I mean, they have like Suzuki now to like take that spot. But like, imagine they put Stamkos on that team.
Wow.
But like, what is Tampa needing? Like, Tampa's gonna need a haul for him. Like, what does
But
Tampa need?
Tampa needs picks right now. That's what they need. They gave up a lot to get Goodrow and Coleman, like these kind of guys. They gave up picks for that, so they need to get some picks back in the pot.
Maybe
So,
maybe
you-
send him to Ottawa.
Do you think that they're whichever team gets him is like a win now team, or like we're bringing him in, he's gonna stay here for X amount of years and he's gonna be with the young guys,
I don't
like
think
a
it's
team
gonna
like
win now.
Montreal? 'Cause
I think
like-
Ottawa.
but that's what I see in Montreal and
Yeah,
Ottawa, right? That's a team that's a long term.
But if you bring him in now, those guys with that like fit can win. Like if you take him, for example, if you get traded to the Kings, for example, then they're a win now because their top players are a win now team, like Doughty, Kopitar, and
I thought Dodie was overrated.
what does that have to do?
no,
with
no.
it?
What I mean by win now is like you're already in it.
So like you're the Islanders, you trade for him.
or if you're Nashville, like you know what I mean. Like
If I was the
all your
Islanders-
guys are old.
If I was the Islanders, I'd trade for him.
That'd be huge.
Yeah, Islanders would work.
That'd be huge. But I don't know.
But
Again,
they have
I don't
Barzell
know.
though. So
But like you're saying, like if he gets traded to Jersey or Ottawa or something like that,
It's just like,
I think I don't think he'll mind because he already has a cup.
but you're just wasting your time at that point. Like I feel at least. So I don't know. It's gonna be curious to see if he gets moved. I know that they were gonna have tons of cap problems. I know that they have a lot of guys to sign. They have Sergachev to sign. A lot of guys who just showed up this year.
Who was
Yeah.
the guy that he waived his no move clause for them?
Johnson.
Ryan Johnson. What's his name? Ryan
Tyler.
Johnson? Tyler
Tyler
Johnson.
Johnson, yeah.
Like so, I think you give him like a 9-team list.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of sucks because like you just want a cup with these guys that you've been with like for multiple years. Like he has a long-term deal with Tampa already locked up.
I think you have to.
And then
I think you
kinda-
have to understand though, like
The
as
business
that kind of
side.
player, you have to understand like, okay, well, there's no way you can keep this core together. You know
Like
what
yeah,
I mean?
he's making under 6 because he got to lock up Sergachev and Cirelli and those guys. So
You know what? You know what this team reminded me of? Remind me of what was it? The 2010 Blackhawks when the Blackhawks won.
Yeah.
They had to blow up, right?
they traded Saad.
Bufflin,
Sad
Bufflin.
Bufflin.
I think Andrew Ladd.
Andrew Ladd too.
no,
Yeah.
was Andrew Ladd was gone right away,
Patrick
and then
Sharp
and
he traded.
Versteeg was gone.
And Patrick Sharp.
No, Patrick Sharp stayed for the next
Sharp
one.
stayed,
And then he
he
went to
stayed.
Dallas.
Yeah, but he stayed, and then
one more cup,
controversy
yeah.
kind of brought him out of Chicago. But still, like that was like in my opinion,
Even when they had Panarin, they had to trade Panarin.
Yeah. See, but like going back to that team, I said my personal pick for Conn Smythe that year when they won the cup against Philly, where's Ali Farhat? My pick was Bufflin. I thought Bufflin was huge, huge. Like obviously literally, but
Yeah.
like you know he was incredible. I thought he was the biggest game breaker. Right, giving it to Taves, like you know it's not.
It's kind of a gimme.
It's given because
Yeah.
like obviously he was incredible, but I don't know. Like in my opinion, looking at Stamkos, that kind of like that scenario reminds me of the same thing because you have to let go of these key guys,
Mm-hmm.
right? So even if it is your captain, like, and people are saying we won without him, but I don't
Ideally,
know.
like, do you really like if they lost Stamkos, would they really like be like that short-handed?
I don't think so.
I
Because
think
you have
so.
Point, you have Palat, you have a lot.
But
of
I'm saying
players.
throughout the year,
Yeah, I
throughout
guess
the
so.
year, you would feel it. I think
sure.
during that playoff run, he was injured, but the thing is, he was the captain of that team. So like him even being on the bench, him even scoring that goal was huge.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
them.
Even
So like
we were talking about in previous episodes how like he just his presence and like even if he was just on the ice, like I said, just as like a person, like if he's on the wing and he's actually like coach showed you, okay, this guy can't shoot, but he's just on the wing. We're putting them there as like a
decoy.
decoy. He like that his presence will like literally make people shake in their boots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
he
sure.
scored that goal he played like a minute or 2 minutes or
minute
something
28,
like
I
that.
think he played.
So like his that shot, and you can tell like man, that guy probably had like a ripped groin or something. Like,
Yeah,
something.
for him,
there's
for him to
something
come
wrong.
back,
Yeah.
he probably ripped it right after that shot,
Yeah.
and then it went back out. Like for him to even like trying to do that,
Good
like,
for him.
and
Yeah.
for him to stay in the bubble for 2 months and not play a game knowing that, okay, we have a high chance of winning the cup is tough.
He was super against the bubble too.
Yeah, like it's tough, man.
Ended up winning.
Okay, where do you guys think Krug's gonna go? Because he's probably gonna get traded. Like most
Krug,
likely.
valuable defenseman, probably going to Carolina because they get all of them. No, I don't. To be honest, where is Krug gonna go?
The Toronto Maple Leafs.
No, I think I don't know. Like Minnesota's.
12. They have $12.5 million in cap.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I feel like, because number one, Krug, American guy, right? I think Bill Guerin's trying to make some big moves over there. He already shipped out Stahl. He already shipped out Donato. He's doing.
Dubnyk.
Then they already got out Dubnyk. Like, and people were saying, "Oh wow, Dubnyk for a fifth." But the thing is, he was really, really on his like last legs.
Yeah.
Getting him out of town was big. I think he's just freeing up all this cap. I think getting a guy like Krug would be good. They already have Dumba. They'll get him.
I heard Dumba might be traded though. They were saying that he's.
But if they can use a guy like Dumba because he's like hot commodity. If they can flip him for something because they really need some forward depth. I don't know. I think a team like Minnesota maybe can make a pull at him, or make a push at him. Sorry, but I don't know. I'm not gonna say Leafs. I don't want him. I don't want him.
You don't want Matt Dumba?
No. I want Dumba.
Krug.
I don't want Krug.
Yeah. I don't think he'll go to the Leafs.
I hope he doesn't.
Nurse is gonna go to the Leafs.
He's gonna go somewhere.
No, don't put that on him. Don't put that.
Petrangelo.
I think Boston.
Leafs.
I think Leafs too, man. I think Leafs.
You actually think the
No,
Toronto Maple
look,
Leafs-
how?
How? In what world?
I think the Leafs are gonna make a
what cap
hard
space?
push for him.
What Toronto needs to do, they need to free out some cap
With who though?
with Nylander. Nylander would be your only guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, I don't think you guys can still afford him. Like, how much do you think you're gonna give Pietrangelo? 7? Are you on glue?
Is he from Ontario?
Ooh, he won't get 7. He'll get like 9.
Yeah, maybe more.
So look, here's what I was saying.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree with you.
Actually, I have nothing to add. He's just coming to the Leafs, and then Dubas is gonna do some stupid.
He's going to Boston. You guys are gonna meet in Game 7. He's gonna score the game-winning goal. That's gonna happen.
That's probably realistically. Yeah, you're probably right, but the Leafs gonna have my optimism.
I want to speak on this next guy a little bit. Oliver Ekman-Larsson. He's leaving. He told Arizona that they have till Friday, so he's basically holding them at the ransom. He said, "If I'm not gone by Friday, what was it?
Staying in Arizona.
Staying in Arizona, yeah. So they're gonna ship him out because Arizona is apparently rebuilding again.
And he give him 2 teams.
It's like they never stopped rebuilding. Yeah, I can't talk about an Oilers fan, but still though, like, jeez.
He gave him Vancouver.
At least we have like some excitement.
Vancouver and Boston are his 2 teams. Apparently, Vancouver gave their best offer so far to Arizona, but
Vancouver cannot afford new socks, bro.
I know a lot
They're
of
gonna pay this
Vancouver.
guy?
I heard Tyler Toffoli is also going on the market, and I know a lot of Vancouver fans, and they do not want OEL.
I don't want OEL. They're saying, Oilers should trade for him. I don't want OEL.
I don't think a lot of teams would want that, but like
His cap is very.
But here's my thing. I think both of those teams that he kind of is looking at, or is kind of, he narrowed it down to those 2. I actually think that those teams would benefit from having him.
See, of course they would, but like Vancouver already overpaid Tyler Myers, so like, what do you?
Yeah.
So, and they have to pay Pedersen still.
See that's the one. That's the reason why I wouldn't sign him. I think having OEL on a team like Vancouver wouldn't be bad. Number one, Swedish, and those guys are just ridiculous there.
In Vancouver.
But 2, I think like having that veteran presence there with a young team that they're able to make that push this past season. So I think he would actually add a lot. But the thing is, Pedersen is like your highest priority, like in the franchise's like in recent history. Like if this guy isn't taken care of, then like
God help them.
And they'll probably resign him this year. They have
like if Brock Besser, let's say Brock Besser was
he's
to
on
leave,
a bridge, by the way.
But like if Brock Besser was to leave, that sucks. Okay, but like you have Pedersen, so you should be fine. Yeah. But that's the way I look at it. A team like Boston always does good with these older guys and things like that. The only thing is how much cap is he going to eat. So that's if it's between those 2, which it's going to be between those 2, does Arizona take less or what's the deal? I don't know.
I think he's gone, but I think he'll probably go to Vancouver, and Vancouver obviously is going to overpay for him.
I think Boston's win now, so I think Boston would take him.
But I think Boston's going after Pietrangelo, which is not going to waste your time with. Like I can see why like you would say Vancouver or Vancouver would get him, or Boston would win now because they have trade assets like DeBrusk and those and Andre Cash and those guys. But I don't know. We'll see.
I want DeBrusk to come home. Come back to Edmonton, DeBrusk.
For what?
Nurse.
Enough.
What?
Nurse has no value.
Man,
I think Nurse
I'm
has
telling you.
More value than William.
Telling you.
Bro, no.
You don't think Boston would do a Nurse for DeBrusk's deal? You don't
They
think
would in
do
a
that?
heartbeat. They would in a heartbeat.
Look, man, I'm not a Nurse guy either.
No?
But I'm saying like trade value.
Personally, I don't think he has any trade value. Getting actually DeBrusk would it like for that because he's not, what it was he's a top 6 guy.
Yeah.
It's not, probably, but hey, I don't know. If they get a big defenseman, then they probably would even take Nurse.
I mean, it could be a placeholder.
No.
Whatever. I want to talk about Marc-Andre Fleury. Vegas is like I heard like they're really, really pushing to get him out of there.
They were offering teams 2nd-round picks to take half of his salary.
Yeah, and I heard that teams want like basically they want to take like 30% of the salary.
Yeah,
I heard that's what I heard. Like the number is,
even though it's for what, 1 more year?
Yeah, it's 1 more year. I don't know about team like I would take Fleury for a year.
Like I think he'll probably go back to Pittsburgh. I'm sure. Jim Rutherford will pull some.
Rutherford, Johnson. He put Johnson in waivers.
Yeah, after he said, "I love this.
I love this guy. Never trading him. He'll be here the rest of his life. He'll die here." You know what I mean,
Fleury makes 5.75.
That's not that bad for Fleury.
He makes 5.75, and then they're offering second round picks to retain 30%.
Exactly, which I don't get about that.
And no team is biting. I don't know. Like when you look at a team that desperately needs, but a lot of teams right now, I think the reason why is because the goalie market's so big right now.
Yeah.
Because guys like Markstrom's available, guys like Kemper's available, Holtby's available. Like, and I still put Fleury like in that category too, but.
He had a rough year. I think he lost his dad this year. You know what I mean? And he had some injuries.
But
so
again, I think the case is right now because a lot of teams don't want to rule themselves out of like the
big fish.
The big fish.
Yeah. The
so like
guys.
going ahead and getting him is fine, but then you put him in that same situation where he was in Vegas where you got Leonard, and then now he's 1B, right? Or 2.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Leonard, by the way, they signed him to $5 million per year. Like, geez, like look at these contracts that these guys get.
I don't know
Would you
how,
like
man.
that?
That's insane.
No, but like, okay.
That's
It's a good contract. Yeah.
No, I thought I'm
That's
like
an underpay.
I'm like five's a steal for
That's
the
an
guy.
underpay. 100% for Leonard. That's bro. Like the guy literally jumped from team to team. Chicago traded him for a first. Ended up meeting Vegas in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Got beat by Leonard. Like it's just
Because he started off on Ottawa, then jumped ship to Buffalo, and then after Buffalo he went to
Let's say the Islanders,
and then Islanders,
and then Chicago.
But it was on the Islanders where he actually had his come
breakout.
out.
Yeah.
So
how the turns have tables.
How the what?
How the turns have tables.
Okay. So speaking of goalies, goalie trade that happened here is going to lead us into our new segment on the show called "How to Fix." How do you fix the Minnesota Wild, who just traded Devin Dubnyk, like you said, Eric Stahl, and Ryan Donato? If you were the GM of the Minnesota Wild, you have $12.5 million of cap space.
Patrick Laine.
Patrick Laine is your go-to?
Yeah.
No, you just who did you just draft? Michael, was it Russo? What's his name? Russo?
Rossi, Marco Rossi.
Yeah, like that guy is like projected to be like insane. So I feel like he.
It's the contracts that are killing them is the Suter and the Parise contracts.
Yeah.
Those are
they both
destroying
make
them.
like 10 or
Something like that.
Yeah, but they're almost done. No, they're like, I think 7, but they're old, right?
Parise's
they signed
at
Zuccarello.
7.5 till 2026.
Yeah, Zuccarella's at 6.
That is nuts.
why did I think 10? They're just probably signed the
You know why?
term
They
deals.
did by term and they signed at the same time.
Yeah.
Shooter left Nashville, Parise left Jersey, and they did.
They both have the exact same contracts till 2026. Suter hasn't played a full season in how long? So Parise too. Parise's injury central. So what do you guys do? You say Laine? You go for Laine?
Go for Laine. Maybe, you know what? Funny enough, if they can get Granlund back for like dirt cheap,
I think they could.
Kevin
Because
Fiala is
did
really good on
nothing
their
on
team.
Because
Nashville.
they got Fiala. Fiala turned out to be like have huge upside,
out,
and
yeah.
then Granlund just went completely downhill. And right now he's a UFA, and he doesn't have much value. I think picking him back up for like a mil, 1.5 mil wouldn't be a bad move for them to do. Get that, get line AC if you can get a guy like Krug, and then goalies they have Stalock. If they can maybe go for a goal, like they basically need everything at every
They
position.
just hit a
they do.
Dubnyk, right?
Yeah, but they need everything at every position. But I don't think they're that far off from being back to where they used to be.
But do they want to be where they used to be? Because my thing with Minnesota is they're the most, to me,
Placeholder.
like the past 10 years, the most mediocre team of the past 10 years by far.
Yeah,
Like by far. Like, do they want to go back to that, or do they want to make an impact?
well, because you know what, they needed a franchise star player, and I don't think they've had that. Like the last guy I could honestly think that was who? Martin Havlat.
Start on Minnesota.
Danny Heatley.
But he was older.
Yeah, he was older. Right?
But like full on, like that's our star. Or Marian Gaborik. Marian Gaborik was their last guy. Like I know Parise and Suter were big, but like they weren't their.
there was no face of the franchise.
There's no
Like,
face of the
they are
franchise.
no face.
I think Gaborik was their face, but I think their play style was their team, right? Like
Yeah.
they were a very slow defensive team, like
boring to watch.
boring to watch.
Extremely boring to watch.
So I don't know. They need a lot, but anyways, next team or Fishy, go for it.
Yeah, how do you fix them? Okay, so how do you
The
fix
Toronto
it?
Maple Leafs.
No. We're not doing the Maple Leafs. We're not doing the Maple Leafs today, man.
Okay, actually,
Yeah, how do you fix
the Florida Panthers.
No, man.
Oh, bro,
I have a list in my head.
Oh.
I'm asking you, how do you fix the?
It's Jay's new thing,
Oh.
bro.
Yeah, man.
I thought didn't I already talk about the
You're
Wild?
just
Throwing stuff out
hijacking
there?
it?
Just throwing stuff out there, see if it gets sticks.
No, that's what I'm saying. I thought we already finished the
Bro,
Wild.
we're not playing the logo showdown, okay? Just listing off team names, bro.
Hey, I'm talking about
I
the
really
Wild.
like the Washington Capitals logo because there's text, and like to
That's
me,
been
text,
the font.
it's just complex. The text,
font.
the
Bro,
stick.
I like font and numbers matter.
It
Yeah,
reminds me
yeah.
of when I handed my assignments. Like, shut up with your phone.
So the next team we're looking at is how do you fix the New Jersey Devils?
Relocate? I don't know.
Wow,
Relocate,
you know
bro.
what? Like you would say just like a first overall pick, but they got two of those. They had Hall.
See, Nico Hischier, he's gonna be good.
How do you like that deal though? Do you like that?
I like it
7?
long term because honestly, he's like a Nugent Hopkins. I feel like
They had 3 first-round picks today, like this year. Yeah, they did.
They need. Do you guys like Blackwood?
he's a really good goalie.
Do you like them?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're fine on defense. Like I'm just I just want to get consensus yeses.
Do you think? I think Subban's. Do you think Subban can come back?
No.
No.
I think he's done.
He's not.
I think he's done. I think just from based on kind of like reports and things like that, like he's really stubborn in terms of like practice or like his regiment and
What do you mean?
stuff
buddy?
like that.
Have you seen him train in his own time?
Do it.
No. It's
You ever
not
seen
about
karate chops. The
but it's not about his training, but like they're saying
Oh,
like
like-
play style.
oh, okay, yeah.
Play style that like he's very stubborn. But again, I don't know. I think defense that's what they need help in. But again, they need like a complete overhaul. But like you just need to do that. You need to get your guys developing from the draft. Like
Yeah.
you don't even have Hughes at his full like he's gonna be second year this year. So you just have to see how these guys turn out. I think New Jersey needs time. That's what they need. They need
Yeah. I agree with you on that one. Totally. Fishy? Anything to add other than freaking basketball? You're
Like I
watching?
mentioned, Jersey.
They're watching the basketball game. I don't know if you
No,
noticed like the last 20 minutes here.
No. Anyways, I don't think.
Welcome to our hockey podcast.
Like I said, Jersey. Really, I don't know what they need. They need like they
Jesus.
cleaned out. Yeah, literally.
They were so bad this year.
They did like bro. It's to the point where like they can't
Look
catch
at the camera.
a break.
Look at the camera, please.
had-
Stop looking at the freaking LeBron James.
They
Look
have
at the camera.
Taylor Hall, Kyle Palmieri, Hischier.
Here goes the fishy thing. Who else?
Like
Who else
they
do
have
you think?
everything.
Connor Carrick.
I've never seen a goalie drop off more than Corey Schneider.
He's gone. He disappeared.
bro, but he's
Bro,
been
but this
gone.
guy went from like top 10
He was Fishy's favorite goalie for a long
like
time.
to like bottom 30 in the
Yeah, in
NHL.
2010, man.
No, like he was
where-
good, bro. But I don't know. Like they have like coaching problems, GM problems. Actually, nothing's worse. Actually, are you listing off another team?
No, this is it.
That's
Stuff too, yeah.
The Buffalo Sabres, bro. Like you guys need.
Oh, he didn't even care. No, he didn't.
How to fix the Buffalo Sabres? Okay, Fishy, what's your take on Buffalo Sabres?
you guys, bro. What's so funny?
No, because
how do you fix
you
Buffalo
looked
Sabres?
at him. You looked at him and you said Is there any other teams? And then you said no, and you're like, Buffalo.
Anyways, bro.
Yo, go. How to fix Buffalo?
The Buffalo, you cannot be fixed, bro. I want to mention that. I'm sorry. You guys like are worse than that. Like, I feel bad for Jack Eichel. Like, I thought I felt bad for Connor McDavid. At least this guy's Leon Draisaitl. Like, Jack
Jeff
Eichel,
Skinner at $9 million.
Carl
What does that need?
Acapulco, Rasmus Dahlin.
Why do you always bring up? You have like, a problem with
Because
Okposo.
bro,
I don't know
Carl
what it is.
Acapulco, you know what irked me about him? He left the Islanders to say, he had the audacity to say, I went to the Buffalo Sabres, the best chance to win a Stanley Cup. Astaghfirullah. What do you mean best chance to win a Stanley Cup? Well, the Islanders have been to the playoffs every year after you left.
Oh man,
SubhanAllah, bro.
I don't know.
How they turns table.
the Buffalo needs. But actually, you know what? I'll go back in saying I think every year on paper, like their forwards aren't bad.
Didn't they win like 18 games in a row to start the year?
They
off?
They
always
always
do
win
that.
that, and
They
then they
always
lose
do that.
30 in a row.
But you know what? They have good defense. Not good defense. They have that good Victor Olofsson.
Yeah.
They have some goal scoring. They're good on the power play.
They have Reinhardt, they have Dahlin, they have
And I think they're still waiting to see like how
Brian Gionta.
what's his name develops. What's the American player? What's his name? Rookie? Well, not rookie.
The one that couldn't do a pull up. That's all I know
Yes.
about him. Middlestat, Casey Middlestat. Yeah.
They're waiting for him to develop. They just got Stahl. I don't think.
Oh yeah, that's all for John's trade was good. for them.
I think goalies is what they need, but
I like Olmark.
Bro,
you let
inshallah, you put Vasilevsky on their team, they're not making playoffs. They're not.
Honestly,
They're
it's
bad.
Buffalo. I feel like Buffalo has such a toxic culture around them.
That's
Even
why, like,
Robert
bro,
Leonard was
their
there.
team
He was just like
risked the
he had all
line
that stuff going on.
went on social media and threw shots at his own team while he's playing for them. Like,
yeah, but he's a pretty useless player. But
Yeah,
him and Shane, like we were talking about this last week. Him and Shane Gosper, Auzzie was mentioning, like literally the same person.
same guy.
True.
guy.
Yeah.
Like literally,
One good year. And
one's
that's
in
it.
Philadelphia and one's in Buffalo.
Yep.
Surely they meet paths.
Okay, so you want to just throw another team there right now?
No.
Okay, we're good. Thank you for watching, guys. Episode 9 of the Clean Hit Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandparents about us.
Leave that comment. Make
Yeah,
Jay
make
wear
sure
that
Lakers
Leafs
leave.
jersey.
It's not happening.
Do it.
Maybe next week we'll have Auzzie here and Billy. So,
I'll play some T-Rush for you guys.
sure, yeah, we'll do that. So, we'll see you guys next time.
Let's
go.